Okay, October 30th, 2018. It's a Tuesday night. I want to tell a story that happened to me Saturday night. So let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the 27th. Saturday, the 27th. The cousins had come in from West Virginia, Jeremy and Wendy. Raji came from school in Indianapolis. Shelley and Bobby, Deanna and Bobby, and Jan and Grover. 6 cousins from West Virginia, 7 cousins, and then my 7 cousins, my brother, and 5 cousins from Indiana. So we went to Wendy's house Saturday night and had a wonderful time of fellowship together. Well, my cousin Rowan, Pastor Rowan, had gone down to Georgia and was about 3 miles away from this town that he had heard about. There's this Bible, and the Bible leaks oil. It's a strange phenomenon going on since January of 2017. It will literally fill up a 5 or 6 gallon Tupperware container. And so they take this oil that just keeps flowing out of this Bible, and they give this oil away in vials to people. It's had 7 different chemical studies on the oil, and they have found that, as far as they know, it is not a man-made oil. Some sort of a manifestation of heaven. So Crazy Rowan, he got a vial of this oil for me. He came back, he showed us the little thing on YouTube about this Bible. And as he was telling the story, I thought to myself, if he was crazy enough to get me a vial of oil, from this Bible, and go all the way to Georgia to do that for me, I said, as God is telling me right now, I will drink the oil. I'll drink it. Reminded me of the story of when Elisha was dying, and the king came and he said, shoot the arrow out the window. And then he said, strike these arrows on the ground to defeat your enemy. And the king struck on the ground 2 or 3 times. And Elisha got angry and said, if you would have struck it 5 or 6 times, your enemy would have never defeated you. And then Elisha died. And I thought to myself, I would have struck those arrows many times. And if he's bringing me back this oil, as crazy as that may sound, I'm drinking it. And when Owen pulls out a vial of oil and he anointed me with it, and all the cousins prayed, it was a glorious time. And I told him, I said, about the story that I would drink it. And he said he was so excited. He goes, that's what I was hoping you would say. And so I stood up and I faced Jerusalem. And I took the vial of oil, which was about 3/4 full. One of my friends told me, You're lucky it didn't come in a 1/2 gallon container. I said if it would have, I'd have drank all of it. And I took the oil, I held it up to Jerusalem, and I said, cheers! And I drank all of it. I drank all of it. Every last drop that I could get out of it. God only knows what happened then in the kingdom, in the spirit world. But so this is Tuesday morning, or this is Tuesday afternoon. And Rowan sent me a nice long text. He said God's been waking him up the last couple nights every hour. So that just doesn't happen. Every hour to pray for me, and not a prayer of trouble, but a prayer of rejoicing, a prayer of high expectations of what God's doing in the kingdom. He gave me the verse 118:17, I will not die but live, and I will in the land of the living, and Psalms, another Psalms. And I'm just so thankful for that, and all my cousins that were there able to share that. I came home that night, and two of my sons showed up later because we came home by 8 o'clock or 8:30. I forget who, one of Jacob and Bree, I'm not sure who. No, Zach showed up, and Angela, I think. And in the vial of oil, now there was more oil in the vial, and it was empty. So I anointed my son and his fiance. And then my other son showed up later, Raphael. And I looked, and there was more oil in the vial. So I anointed Raphael. And then I got up for church Sunday morning, 2 days ago, because Jeremy was going to preach at Norman's church. And I went to Norman's church, and Jeremy preached. And I looked in the Sunday morning, and there was more oil. And I anointed Jeremy with the oil, who preached the most amazing message. Jeremy said he got home, and the oil was running on his forehead. So he took the oil that was growing on him, and he anointed his wife and his son Christian. So there's a story. A little sidebar, there's a song that God had given me way back in West Virginia. So one of the first songs he'd ever given me, maybe the, I don't know, third or fourth or fifth song, I don't know, little songs were coming. And they reminded me of the song because that's where I started my ministry when I was 23, 24, and I had forgotten the song. And I've been trying to remember and trying to remember and trying to remember. And just today, literally 10 minutes ago, I sat down at the piano. Bob Funkhauser, crazy Bob Funkhauser, is coming over to record tonight to help me because I'm not feeling strong enough to go to his house. So he's bringing everything to my house. And God gave me the song after months of trying to remember. And it just came to me, just like I just wrote it. I mean, I remembered it. I'm so excited because by God's grace, I want to record that song tonight. So, there's another story. October 30th, 2018. Amen. 8 minutes and 8 seconds. God bless. Bye.